Hi guys, and welcome to another video lesson. Today we're going to be taking a look at double time. So we've got two lessons on time this week, double time and half time, and it depends which lesson you've watched first, depends what I've said to you already. So if you've already heard what I'm about to say, apologies. If this is the first time you're about to hear what I'm going to say, I'll apologise in advance for when you watch the next video. Does that make sense? So before we get started, it's really important to say that double time has nothing to do with speed or the tempo of what we are doing. It gives the illusion that we are going faster. We'll get to that in a minute. But we are not actually speeding up. Double time is often misused to mean go faster, go twice as fast. That's not actually what we are doing. Really important that we know that before we do anything else. Before we look at double time, let's take a quick look at what I'm going to call normal time. Now, we don't normally refer to what we're about to play as normal time, but seeing as we're talking about double time, we need to call normal time something, otherwise we'll get confused with all the times that are going on. Confused yet? So normal time, for the purposes of today, is going to be a standard quaver groove. Now that has two backbeats in it. The backbeat is the snare drum on 2 and 4. It's the main emphasis of the bar. It's what everybody taps their foot to or claps along to, whether they're aware of it or not. So here comes a standard quaver groove that we know and love, 70 beats per minute. Here we go. So to turn that groove, that normal time groove, into double time, we need to double the number of backbeats. So we had 2 snare drums in the previous groove, one on beat 2 and one on beat 4. So we now need 4 snare drums. Now you might think, okay, I'll just put a snare drum on 1, 2, 3 and 4 and that'll be double time, right? It's logical, it makes perfect sense to think that, but no, that's not double time. To turn it into double time, you need to take those 4 snare drums and move them forward onto the and. So we're going to have a snare drum on every single and in the bar. And to make it even more double-timey, what we're going to do is double the bass drums as well. So we're going to have a bass drum on 1, 2, 3, 4, and a snare drum on all the ands. This is our double time groove. Here it comes at 70 beats per minute. As with everything and all the lessons that we're doing, if you need to slow this down and start at a slower tempo and work up to 70 beats per minute, that's absolutely fine. Pause the video, go away and do that, and join in with me when you're ready. So did that sound familiar? That double time groove, if you didn't know that you were playing a quaver groove at 70, you could easily mistake that for a fast crotchet groove. It sounds like a crotchet groove being played at 140. And in effect, yes, it is. But this is where it's really important to make the distinction. Double time is doubling the number of notes in the same space. It's not doubling the speed, even though it does sound like you've done that. That is the point of double time. We're trying to give that impression or that illusion of speed, if you like. To really hear how this double time affects what we're doing, let's put it in a resolve with some normal time. We'll play a 3-1 resolve using a normal time quaver groove, and then we'll play a 3-1 resolve straight after that using the double time groove that we've just looked at. So we're going to have an 8-bar phrase in total that will loop round and round. I've put a crash cymbal at the beginning of each resolve, and I've gone for a fill that combines quavers and semiquavers both times. If you want to change the fill and swap it for one of yours, that's absolutely fine, go right ahead. Here it comes at 70 beats per minute. So hopefully after playing that, you can hear just how double time affects what we're doing. It gives a real impression that we've suddenly got faster, when all we've actually done is doubled the number of backbeats and moved them over by half a beat. Now let's try the same thing with a crotchet groove. So we'll take a standard crotchet groove and we'll put 4 snare drums on the ands, and we'll put bass drums on beats 1, 2, 3 and 4. And this will be a double time crotchet groove. Here it comes, 70 beats per minute. You may have noticed whilst playing that a double time crotchet groove is basically just single strokes between the hi-hat and the snare drum with the bass drum on your lead hand. Let's put this in an 8-bar phrase just like we did with the quaver versions. So we'll play a 3-1 resolve using normal time crotchet groove, and I'll keep the same fills as last time, and then we'll play a 3-1 resolve using our double time crotchet groove. Here it comes at 70 beats per minute. So there you go, a really quick look at double time grooves. Hopefully you can see how they've got their name, and it's really important, I'll stress it again, nothing to do with tempo. It's all about adding extra notes in the same space of time and then just moving them across by half a beat. Try experimenting with these double time grooves we've been looking at today, both the crotchet and quaver versions. We were playing bass drums on beats 1, 2, 3 and 4. Is there any space to squeeze any more in? So that's it for today's lesson on double time grooves. I hope you enjoyed that, guys. If you've got any questions, please feel free to get in touch. If you're watching on YouTube, leave a comment down below. I will get back to you as soon as I can. Stay safe, take care, and enjoy your drumming, guys.